Welcome back to Talk Show with Joe Rodriguez. I'm Pedro Almodovar. Did everyone watch The Hunger Games 4 on ABC this week? Anyone notice that Trump and Rosie O'Donnell have the same mouth? Have you noticed? They both look like they let a lady sit on their face too long, and their mouth got stuck. And now they can only talk with their lower lip. Make my face work again. Doesn't quite sound as good as MAGA. What the hell was going on with Melania's hat? That hat was too snug. I feel like she definitely has a dent on her head now. Oh, don't look at my dent. She spent the whole day with that drum symbol on her head. I was waiting for Trump to say something stupid like, America will be the first country to land on Mars. And then he'll pull out drumsticks and go, and hit her hat. She's just standing there like, forever, Mel. Did anyone see when Carrie Underwood, her background music broke? Woo, talk about the most awkward 3 minutes of television. No one would say anything. They were just all staring at each other. It felt like every time I go to Walmart in Boca and the music breaks, it's just a bunch of old people looking at each other. You start to hear Depends diapers rubbing. Trump is already signing all these executive orders. Jesus Christ. He wants to end birthright citizenship. You know, my dad is from Colombia. Guess I better download Duolingo. I was actually wrong about this new order because I originally thought I was going back because my dad's from Colombia. He is a citizen now, but he immigrated here. So I was like, oh my God, I need to pack my Keurig donut shop pods. I am moving back, bro. But then I realized I am okay because my mom was born in Brooklyn. Basically, I'm dumb, is what I'm saying. But I looked it up, and the new order says that you will not be a citizen if you are an infant born to a mother who is unlawfully in the country and a father who is not a citizen or permanent resident. And infants born, this is all grammatically incorrect, and infants born to a mother who is authorized to be in the country for a temporary period of time and a father who is not a U.S. citizen or permanent resident. Memorize that. Get that as a tattoo on your ass. He's basically saying all the staff at Mar-a-Lago got to go back. I don't freaking get this. Why does he give a fuck about where your parents were born? Is he worried about these people becoming criminals? That's what he always says, that they're going to become criminals. Have you seen the Sandy Hook shooter? He's so white that you can smell Panera bread from his photo. Like, the fuck does your parents have to do with this? It's dumb. It's orange logic. This new order only affects babies born after February 19th, 2025. So those will be the criminals, I guess. All the babies born on February 18th will become priests and busboys at Mar-a-Lago just because our jaundiced grandpa said. Trump also remarked that this is a big one and people have been wanting this, quote unquote, for decades. If Trump wanted to do something this big, he could have did something cool, bro. Like, he could have given Costco memberships to everybody. I think the chicken bake is a right to be enjoyed by all people. You really need to try the chicken bake. It really is something. I also read that in order to make this law a reality, all mothers and fathers would need to supply the hospital and Homeland Security with their own passport, ID, and birth certificate. That's not an easy feat. Have you been through TSA? Half the people don't know where the hell their ID is. They're like, what pocket? Oh, that's right. It's in my ass crack. I feel like this is going to change the to-go bags moms have to pack to go to the hospital. Honey, I'm feeling contractions. Make sure we packed everything. Pajamas, clothes for tomorrow. Oh, and don't forget my Costco card so I can prove I'm an American. All right, let's move on to some personal news. A lot has happened since the last time we talked. I went back east to see my family, and I got sick. Oh, I had the norovirus. Norovirus sounds like the name of some European DJ. Do you love Bass Hunter and Avicii? Then you'll love DJ Norovirus. Dance to his smash hits, puke all night, and worship the toilet. And now, coming this fall, his sophomore single, Pee Out Your Butt. Piss, piss, piss. I stayed in a very nice hotel in New Jersey, and it had a nice pool. You never end up using the pool, but it's important to know it's there. You ever realize that? My mom booked a hotel. I was like, Mom, does it have a pool? And she was like, yes, you're never going to use it. And I was like, okay. How about a gym? And she was like, Joe, you wake up at noon on a good day. But yes, there's a gym. And I was like, oh, okay, thank God. I was so worried. How about a continental breakfast? She was like, that ends at 9, but we'll get you eggs. Okay, you can sleep in. We know your ways. I don't know. Family travel is tough. They debate everything. My family loves an educated debate. It's debate club up in the house. All right, everyone. We're waking up at what time tomorrow? Let's start bids at 9 a.m. We all put on suits. We literally debated who was going to take a shower first. Oh, I got to take a shit before I take a shower. Very honest with each other. A shit before... We're going to defecate before a shower. So I will be taking the last shower due to odors and controlling those. Per section 5 of the family handbook. So many debates. All right, it's time for your clickbait report. The clickbait report is where I review this week's most click-worthy or worthless news articles. I'm worried. The Pope has fallen and hurt his arm. Apparently, Pope Francis, who is 88, fell and injured his forearm on January 16th. The Pope is having a rough year. Earlier in December, the Pope fell on a nightstand and busted his chin. What if the Vatican is actually a fight club? Like they have a fight club. Here are the rules of Fight Club. No low shots, no swear words mentioning Jesus, no using perpetual candle wax. Oh, and no talking about Fight Club. And they all punch each other. This is for the time you didn't get the communion ready before Mass. Oh, this is the time you made me read from the book of the Philippians. You know how hard it is to say that in front of a microphone? Maybe the Vatican will be filled with nuns with black eyes. You know, some of them start chewing tobacco and stuff. They spit in Slurpee cups. Amen. Pope Francis has shot down rumors that he is going to retire early like the last pope. This is all despite the fact that he also recently had intestinal surgery and bronchitis. I like this pope because he's tough. Let me tell you something. He is tough. I feel like he's going to be doing baptisms from a wheelchair. Oh, dude, I'm so excited to get baptized by the Pope. Yeah, he does it in a wheelchair now. He just puts you in a sleeper hold and just lets the gravity do the thing. Yup, I'm practicing holding my breath. All right, time for more religious news. A woman wore a butt plug to her MRI. Oof, a 23-year-old woman almost died after a butt plug she wore during an MRI scan was dragged through her body into her chest. Apparently, staff always cautions patients to remove their phone and any metal in their pockets because MRIs are made with powerful magnets, but this one slipped through. I wonder if the workers were like, "Oh my God, you're wearing a butt plug?" And she was like, "You didn't say anything about butt plugs. I'm texting my lawyer right now. Someone get my phone." The woman later clarified that she thought the butt plug was silicone, but it was later discovered that the butt plug had a metal core. Why do I feel like Walmart was involved? Our metal butt plugs are on aisle 8, pure silicone, are online order only. I'm really sorry. Oh, we do have blended butt plugs. Those are half off right now. And I'd personally say that you have a fair shot getting through TSA with that one. Oh, yeah. Am I wearing a butt plug? Absolutely. I'm wearing a paper mache butt plug I got on Goop. Have you heard of Goop? All right. The woman sustained severe internal injuries, but miraculously survived. Woo! No word if she fucks in an MRI machine now. Honey, put your loose change in the jar. Oh, okay. What are we saving up for? An MRI machine. This year I'm fulfilling my fantasies. All right, here's a perfect segue. It's time for some food news. Food news! Progresso Soup now has a candy. Blech. You might want to think twice before you grab a candy out of your mom's pocketbook. Progresso Soup has announced a new line of hard lozenges that taste like chicken noodle soup. Why do I feel like this is something Nancy Pelosi would eat? I keep a balanced diet of chocolate cake and ice cream. When I'm craving a snack, a chicken noodle soup drop helps me mitigate my hunger. And my breath always is kept fresh and parsley flavored. Sometimes I even pair it with my rye toast gum. The soup drops are already sold out, so I have no idea what to take to church. All right, I have a scary one for you. California squirrels are starting to eat meat. Turns out the vegan thing was just a phase. A new study shows that California ground squirrels are increasingly swapping seeds and nuts for the meat of a rodent called voles. I watched a video of this. It's no joke. These squirrels hunt better than Dog the Bounty Hunter. They are just out and about. And then they grab a vole by the neck and they swing it around. I think the squirrels think they're alligators. Okay? I am now terrified of squirrels. I will not be feeding a frickin' squirrel. And basically, yes, I'm telling you that I've skipped leg day for 12 years, like my whole life, okay? I have a weak core. I am the prey. Scientists were very surprised to find out that squirrels are opportunistic omnivores, just like that vegan girl at your job who only eats meat if work caters lunch. Oh, me? Yes, I'm still a vegan. I just give myself cheat days 4 days a week. I only eat meat if it's a vole sandwich. All right, the squirrel's meat-eating behavior seems to peak in the summer when there's a high number of voles around. Next time you go to the park, bring some A1 steak sauce. Maybe a peppermill and a fried egg. Throw in an avocado and play a Joe Rogan video so you don't get bit. Hey! All right, more rodent news. Scientists have made VR glasses for mice. Honey, what do you want for your birthday? 14 Apple Vision Pros. Oh, why? I'm trying to entertain the mice in my room, Mom. One bit me last week. Oh, okay, honey. But if I'm buying 14 of them, they better be Samsungs, okay? Those are a little more cost effective. Mom didn't get that promotion yet. Researchers at Northwestern University have developed something called mouse goggles. These are 3D printed virtual reality headsets for mice, specialized to fit a mouse's head. Tim Cook is yelling at his R&D team right now. Why isn't anyone on the rodent virtual reality consumer market? This is pissing me off. All right, we're going to get ahead of the game and develop roach VR goggles now. I want prototypes on my desk by Monday. And no, mice are not playing Call of Duty. Scientists developed the eyewear so they could research the brains of mice while perceiving threats directly overhead. Oof, I need one of these so my dad can practice pressing the gas when the light turns green. All right, Dad, we're going to put on these glasses. I want you to move your foot if the light turns green, okay? And then he just like rummages through an imaginary glove box. Where's my banana? Oh, okay. All right, Dad. The light has been green for an hour. People are beeping. Let's start up. I'm going to restart the program. Focus. The mice are placed on a treadmill connected to the headset, and then scientists play realistic scenes of birds overhead. Scientists are excited because mouse goggles are cheap, reliable, and can be sold to any researcher who wants their mice to be ready for the Olympics, I guess. I'll take one for my pet hamster. We're working on his pommel horse. We want him ready if a California squirrel shows up. All right, if you're jealous of rats, I got some good news for you boys. PlayStation wants you to smell the game you're playing. PlayStation has revealed Sniff to Play at the Consumer Electronics Show. Hey bro, I need backup over here. Stop smelling that zombie's armpit. Before you start putting quarters in a jar, this is really not something you can buy yet. I watched the trailer and it's actually a whole constructed thing with screens on a sound stage. It's a room-sized setup PlayStation is calling Future Immersive Entertainment Concept, or FIEC. Doesn't sound cheap. I'm going to stick to Candy Crush. Now they have soup drops. All right. And finally, some celeb news. Celeb news. Britney Spears has announced she's 5 years old. Oops, she did it again. Another cringe Instagram post is confusing everyone. Britney Spears posted a selfie video on December 2nd saying that she has escaped the paparazzi south of the border, whatever that means. Maybe she's in South Carolina. The Brit now says she's not 42, she's actually 5. Oh, and just so you know, she's actually 43. This is like the perfect way to confuse the fuck out of people when they ask your age. I'm 38 divided by 3 to the power of 6. Basically, I'm young and fuckable. Maybe Britney just got tired of buying birthday candles. She's like, you know what? I'm 5 again. Do you know how hard it is to find 43 candles? Give me more candles, give me more. My mom forgot to pick me up from daycare. I'm 5. All right, that's this week's episode. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. My handle is Joe Rodriguez Comedy 1. You can quickly find this podcast by going to joerodriguez.com. We'll see you next week.